focus of Foundations and the core curriculum is the Ackerman relational approach. The ARA is a systemic approach that focuses on relationships, context, and the collaborative stance of the therapist. Rather than viewing problems as stemming from within the individuals, we see problems as stemming from between people and within the larger societal context. So for example, when working with families of color, families with a transgender child, families with a member with disability, we take a look at the context of how oppression such as racism, transphobia, and ableism impact the family, as well as the strengths and resources that enable the family to resist and cope.
The course runs for 30 sessions. We meet pretty much weekly with a few holidays in there, usually lining up with the public school calendar. Part of the class will be lecture to talk about theory or particular ideas that we want to bring in or context that we want the students to have in mind. There'll usually be 1 to 2 layers of experiential work, so opportunities for students to reflect and orient themselves in terms of their own relationship with the therapy and the theories in their life practice. And then also some small group or large group work, so there's a chance for collaboration and for the students to have a chance to really practice some of the ideas and see what they feel like in practice with each other.
The thrust of our training overall and what we really want to help students get is both how to conceptualize work with families and then what do you do in the room. So if you have an idea about something that's impacting a family, how do you turn that into a question? How do you pursue that collaboratively with the family? Often families come to therapy saying, it's this one's fault, it's that one's fault. And what we want to help students help their families to do is to reconceptualize those kinds of complaints in terms of how people are relating to each other in ways that feel good and how people could be relating to each other in ways that could feel better.
Coming to Foundations and getting to see excerpts of our large clinical library, getting to see master therapists at work doing innovative, interesting things. It's a pretty unusual opportunity. We can read a lot about how people work, but one of the things that's unique at Ackerman is you get to see how people work.
A lot of students have told me that it's so helpful for them to see different therapists with different backgrounds, with different approaches, and they can actually see how they work in session and decide for themselves what approaches work for them.
For more information about Foundations in Family Therapy and our core curriculum training program, visit us on the web at ackerman.org or contact our training department.